On this episode of Office Spaces, we're hitting the road in search of the best in innovation, most daring in design, and the hottest and coolest in building technology. Office Spaces starts right now. Welcome to Spiceland, Indiana. Population 800. But don't be fooled, because in the backyard of this small town lies one of the largest manufacturers of window shades, projection screens, and gym equipment. When it comes to shade, there's one company that's been controlling the light of the sun by innovating energy-efficient shade solutions for over 100 years.
We're here at Draper Incorporated. We've been here since 1902. We are proudly made in America, and we are focused on innovative solutions. Let's go take a look at window shade production.
Step inside the Design for Desire as we learn how they merge technology with functionality.
Whoa, hey, we're now in the powder coating section of the Draper production facility. We're going to take a look at how we actually powder coat product. You'll see we have all these raw extrusions in a mill finish aluminum, and they'll now be centered into the oven, where it'll sit in the oven about 400 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. Once that process is done, powder coating is very, very durable, very reliable, and very, very scratch resistant. I'm standing right here in front of some of the fabric that we carry. At any one point in time, we carry about 150,000 lineal yards of fabric, and I can just about guarantee that we won't have the right openness, we won't have the right color, we won't have the right style. But the one great thing about that is we probably get 3 to 4 truckloads of fabric from Pfeiffer a week. Hey, you know what? Bill knows a lot more about this than I do, so.
A key part of being a good supplier to Draper is not only having the product on the shelf when they need it, being able to ship it out immediately by the truckloads when they need it.
When that fabric comes in, we take a look at our inventory levels again. We check to make sure we have fabric in stock. If we don't have it in stock, we can pick up the phone. We can talk to somebody at Pfeiffer. They can help us get that fabric in here. They can help us with all those things that we need to make the process that much better.
We have the ability to label each fabric that we ship them with a unique identification number. That gives us traceability back through our complete process. So we know every person that has touched that fabric. We know every piece of equipment that that fabric was produced on.
Let's go into the quality lab. This is where all the mad scientists hang out and where we keep our large format digital printer. Where it gives us the capability of printing logos, images, anything that's a sizable image we can print on shade fabric. This is one of our newest investments and one thing that's really led us to take things up a notch and really improve the quality and productivity of our products.
What comes along with having the latest high-tech equipment and training? Having the highest quality and performance solutions in the industry.
Here is the laser cutter, and yes, Dr. Evil is an employee at Draper.
The laser cutter uses light condensed down to actually cut through steel. Very precise. We can do cases, we can do custom products, we can do just about anything you need to do.
What the laser cutter does is the laser cutter will take a piece of sheet aluminum or sheet steel and it'll actually cut out a piece of metal. It'll punch out all the holes, all the different devices that we need to make that product viable.
So this is a 30,000-pound turret press. Punches a variety of different cold-rolled steels and also different thicknesses of aluminum. It allows us to run some of our small parts that have high volume of numbers.
But what we use most of it for is to make our pocket head boxes. So this is what the finished product looks like. Each pocket is custom built to its particular size. It's very good for the environment, very good for our production process. The fabric cutting process is the most critical process in the whole manufacturing stage. If we don't get the fabric square and cut true and attached to the roller correctly, that can really make the rest of the process very, very difficult. Our cloth handlers will always fill the cells with the fabric, so there's always fabric in the cell for the next order to go through. So again, we're constantly feeding the cell to keep them active and busy.
Thanks to technology advancements, projects that would have taken several months to complete can now be packaged and ready for shipment in days.
Okay, right, guys, you just saw the shade manufacturing process. I hope you enjoyed it. You saw us cut the fabric, you saw us assemble the shade, you saw us test the shade, and you saw us pack the shade. We built a quality product, and we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming. Oh, by the way, Draper not only makes window shades, we're also one of the world's largest manufacturers of projection screens, and we make gymnasium equipment.
In addition to those standard product categories, Draper also designs and manufactures custom project-based solar control and audio-visual solutions. The next time you order off a menu or visit a buffet, think about this. There's a good chance your food was prepared, cooked, or served with Vollrath smallwares and food service equipment. In addition to their traditional gas and electric equipment options, Vollrath's expanding line of induction products are heating up the food industry with more precise and energy-efficient cooking that's safer and faster. Today we're in Sheboygan, Wisconsin to find out what makes Vollrath so hot.
For almost 145 years, the Vollrath company has been manufacturing high-quality smallwares and food service equipment right here in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Today we continue to be family-owned, and we continue to grow through new product acquisitions and innovations of our own. So with 9 manufacturing facilities across North America, Europe, and Asia, we continue to supply a wide variety of products to many international food service markets.
Their Mirage series is durable by design and able to withstand the daily use and abuse of a professional kitchen, ensuring their equipment is built to last.
Our industrial design team gets involved at the very beginning stages of new product development all the way through the team process to the end. It's a very integrated process. A good example of this is our Mirage induction buffet warmer, which is a terrific collaboration of industrial design and engineering. So what we ended up with is a very sophisticated looking product, but it's very robust, very efficient using induction heat. So really we've improved on the customer serving experience. And what's really nice about this product is that you can connect 3 of them together and just have one cord going to the wall.
Simple, smart, safe. The team at Vollrath works diligently to evolve induction technology inside and out.
As far as R&D, we work closely with our customers to understand the rigors of their kitchens, because a commercial kitchen can be very difficult on equipment. We then work on advanced development here as well, and we marry the two to design something that works the best for them with aesthetics, reliability, and fine control in mind the whole way through. Our expansive product selection makes us a one-stop shop for our customers in induction.
The products themselves started in this flat state. They were primary cooking, and people loved them for the efficiency of the units and the control. If I can dial something in here and get an exact power setting each and every time, and we can control it by time as well, we have very repeatable results that anyone can achieve. So I think one of the biggest innovations, though, has come when we have taken the coil now and brought up the sides of the unit. So this now provides very even heating around the soup pot. Typically, when you see on the inside of the pot, if you ever go to a soup bar and you see all that soup around the top edge, that's just waste. Operators really love how even this heats. We have a chain that has reported to us over a 30% increase in their food yields. I mean, that's real money, and people just love the waterless design.
Here at Vollrath, they built an entire training facility for food service professionals to provide a more hands-on experience.
As our business evolved, we recognized the need to have an industry-leading training facility. We wanted a space that customers could actually come in and touch and feel the products. We try to be like the Ivy League of the food service university industry, if there is such a thing. In the university, we have 3 areas. Our first area is our classroom area, and this is where really the details come out. We train on the features and benefits of the products. Then we have our showroom area, and this is now a space that the customers or guests can go into and touch the product and really feel what we talked about in the training. And then again, the test area, coming in here and using that product, that's such a critical step for a lot of our customers. It really brings everything together.
These best-in-class products definitely take the cake.
Making a product look engaging and safe and intuitive, but at the same time robust and commercial can be a challenge, but we like that challenge and we're really pretty good at it.
Vollrath's induction technology line continues to outperform every day, proving that the only fire a chef really needs is inside. Bon appetit. As any traveler knows, no matter how good the continental breakfast is or how cozy the bed, if outside noises are keeping you up, the chances of a return visit are slim to none.
My name is Pam. I'm a marketing director, and I find myself traveling a lot, and I'm staying at the hotel today as I'm visiting here in the Washington, D.C. area. When I checked in and I was here in the lobby and I looked out the window and I saw the trains, I was initially concerned.
I'm hearing traffic noise, just regular cars passing by, accelerating away from a traffic light. We had a train horn. Even within just the train noise, there's engine noise, there's wheels on the track noise, there's sort of the vibration noise of the cars as they sort of bump down the tracks. There's the hum of the motors. There's a lot of different components to all of those things that make the acoustic signature of each source.
So before ground broke for this hotel in Alexandria, Virginia, the builder made sure they would be able to keep the outside noise from disturbing their future guests.
The owner of the hotel asked us to help them understand what the implications of having a metro rail right next to the project would be. They knew they wanted a hotel here and they knew they could make that work, but they needed our help to really understand what those windows needed to be, how we were going to source them, and what that would sound like.
But how can you predict how loud noise will be without a building or even a window?
At the facade where the building was going to be built, we measured noise levels of just over 100 decibels, which is really quite an impactful sound level.
As an acoustic consultant, one of Chris's many roles during pre-construction is to connect his clients with companies who can offer the best in acoustical window solutions.
The performance that we're talking about in this window really limits the number of companies that can do this. And as we had worked with St. Cloud on another project, I sort of reached out and discussed what the performance was. It's a challenge. The construction is quite significant, and the design and testing requirements and validation is quite a process to go through.
After taking several bids, St. Cloud Window beat out the competition.
The project has very substantial acoustic requirements to begin with. And the windows that were selected, it has very high sound attenuating characteristics and also very high thermal performance values.
When it came time to install the guest room windows, St. Cloud set to work keeping form and function in mind.
We live in a very noisy world. And obviously you come to a hotel room as a room of refuge. And you want a peaceful environment, someplace where you can sleep well, concentrate on your work or whatever it is that you're doing in the room. But you also want to look out and see what's going on around you.
St. Cloud has been designing and manufacturing aluminum windows and door products for more than 60 years, with an expertise in historical window replacement and acoustic windows for effective noise control.
The windows work because it's comprised of 2 layers of glass. One is an insulating glass, so it provides some good energy conservation. The other one is more of the attenuating feature, and that's a heavy laminated glass, and that's on the inside. And the space that separates those is about 6 inches of dead air space. And it's the barrier of glass to glass and the airspace between them that actually creates the attenuating features of the window. That difference in exterior noise to interior noise. In the inner lining of the window, you'll see some perforated aluminum, and behind that aluminum is foam. And the purpose of that is to absorb any noise that is reflecting in between the 2 lights of glass inside of the cavity.
luxury of quiet is very important to me. My room was beautifully quiet. I had a good night's sleep. I did not hear anything last night in regards to the trains.
Chris can rest easy knowing all his hard work paid off with the help of St. Cloud Windows.
Starting the project and seeing it through from that initial measurement where we defined how loud it really was and sort of started to understand what a challenge we had in front of us, it was fascinating. And now, a number of years later, to see the building operating, it's a successful business. The guests seemed happy. I certainly had a great sleep, and that was uninterrupted by any noise. So, yeah, I'm proud to have worked on something so challenging.
As populations expand, residential and commercial buildings will keep moving closer to busy highways and rail lines, which means more demand for acoustical windows, and that's something that makes Casey very happy.
I'm not going to lie to you, I love noisy cities.
Stay tuned for more office spaces. An idea that started on a paper napkin became a reality in 2014 and has been revolutionizing big fan performance ever since. Better blades and daring designs are a result of their constant commitment to innovation. So when it comes to their competitors, they just have one thing to say.
Go fan yourself. What did you just say? The name, Go Fan Yourself, says it all. We're a company that brings what I call fun energy to the business world. Go Fan Yourself produces fans that are designed for spaces that don't have the ability to circulate air. These blades are so unique. They're 12 feet in length, which makes 24 foot in diameter.
The Z-Tac was their first fan to hit the market, and it blew away the competition.
What makes Go Fan Yourself different is our Z-Tac blade. That blade is a stepped, symmetrical blade, which is unique in the industry. When we designed the Z-Tac fan by Go Fan Yourself, one of the design criteria was this thing has to work in reverse just as well as it works forward. So we create air turnovers per minute in the heating season.
These fans move so much air, 425,000 CFM. That's a massive amount of air movement. It's like almost a helicopter on the ceiling. We could cover as much as 25 to 30,000 square feet.
One of the great things I like about Go Fan Yourself is the almost limitless things we can address within a manufacturing facility. Whether you have problems with sick building syndrome, floor sweating, too hot, too cold, you just don't like the fact that your HVAC system runs as much as it does and costs you as much as it does. You want to help your people feel more comfortable so they're more productive. A properly engineered system from Go Fan Yourself not only does that for you efficiently, it does it cost effectively. Especially our new Z-Chill system. What Z-Chill is able to do, it's the perfect marriage of two technologies. HVAC, so be it heat or cool, and an HVLS fan, high volume, low speed fan. So we can bring the tempered air on hot days from an air conditioning system. We can bring heat up here in the cold parts of the country to places that never had heat before. Once it homogenizes that air, you'll have 1 degree of separation from the floor to the ceiling. So the heater will run less. Your HVAC system will run less. It's just better for your people, for your operations, for your bottom line, for every part of your business.
At Go Fan Yourself, they realize that not all spaces are a one-size-fits-all approach.
A lot of places are linear, and a linear motion of air makes a whole lot of sense. Taz fan is linear, and maybe that is different, and we all know different is cool. And the beautiful thing about it, if you need wind speed, that 6-foot fan turns at over 300 RPM. It generates far more pure wind speed than even the 24-foot Z-Tac by Go Fan Yourself. The air coming out of that thing will actually reach you 200 feet away from the fan. A lot of times your loading dock space is not very wide. I've seen some of them typically maybe 50 feet. A lot of them are down around 30 feet. The Taz fan makes a great solution there because you cover the majority of the space. When you're that linear, the Taz fan can be set up to either be single direction or bi-directional, where it'll reach out 100 feet in each direction. So you just come 100 feet from the wall, you drop a fan, you go 200 feet away, you drop another fan, and they just cross cover.
To create a fantastic end-user experience, from the customization to the packaging, Go Fan Yourself partnered with Johnco in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Johnco Industries is an industrial manufacturing company. We do everything from industrial sewing to water jet cutting to laser cutting to protective packaging. We look at the packaging and more just protecting the actual unit. We're looking at creating an experience when the customer receives their fan. So when we were designing the packaging around the fan, the Go Fan Yourself logo is a pentagon. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to incorporate their logo behind the packaging. So we created the packaging using a lot of different equipment, one being a water jet cutter. So we actually take the foam, we water jet cut all the silhouettes for all the components that go into the packaging. That way each individual piece has its own location in the packaging.
So here you can see some of the incredible packaging designed here by Johnco. Not only is there a part in every place, there's a place for every part, and it helps our team know exactly what to put where. Just want to highlight our down tube. This is a 1-foot down tube, and you can see 2 separate safety cables. Go Fan Yourself is the only company that actually protects both hardware connections with a safety cable.
What we also do for GFY is we also offer customized package. So if one of their customers wants a different color fan blade, we can help assist them with the customization of that aspect.
Customization has become a very big part of our business. While I'm very partial to the black and orange of Go Fan Yourself, I think it looks hot, looks fantastic, stands out in the facility. We did one for a customer that was blue, silver, looked beautiful. I gave him a lot of credit for actually kind of coming up with the idea with Johnco and making that fan theirs.
The guys at Johnco don't just assemble and package the fans, they're also fans themselves.
What's great about these fans is they're awesome year-round. In the summertime, they're really great at cooling, and in the wintertime, they really help with the heat.
GFY continues to revolutionize the fan industry with the advent of their newest air and lighting system, Recirculite.
The idea came about because what we wanted to do is really address the spaces that we weren't in before, and those are schools, office spaces, hospitals. If you don't have air movement or air circulation, that's where the spread of the viruses, bacteria, becomes a big, big problem. We saw an opportunity to create this product, Recirculite, which addresses those issues. This is a product demonstration of Recirculite. We're creating a fog, and what you'll see is this fog is being pulled up through the LED troffer, and effectively we create this destratification within these spaces. We're able to help reduce the sick building syndrome. We can lower your HVAC tonnage costs so we can reduce your energy expense every month. This product does it all. There's no other product in the world like it.
Go Fan Yourself, a company that is definitely different, and different is cool.
Nostrovia. No, that's a joke. That's me saying I'm done.
Well, that does it for this episode of Office Spaces. Join us next time as we continue our search for the most innovative people and ideas in the world of architecture and design.